Okay.
Yes. All right. Welcome to our team call for, what are we? March. All right. No, it's been March. We're at the end of March. All right. So we are going to talk today about the 21-day fix program coming up and third-party tools. And then we're going to have a fun challenge for this week to like finish this month off strong. So the first thing is, ain't nobody going to join you unless you invite. So this is your opportunity to really push 21-day fix. If you haven't done the program, it is a life-changing program. I know when I first started, I bought the DVDs for the first time, and I did probably 5 rounds of 21-day fix before I moved on to another program. And it was like my first love. So I have a soft place in my heart for it. And a lot of people really start with that it was our premier program, starter program, before like Job 1, which was only 20 minutes, and Lift 4, which is only 4 days a week. But it is an OG program, and every time it launches, it gets more and more momentum behind it. And from what I've heard from all of the coaches that were in the test group, it's super, super good. Like new moves, totally different, fun, exciting. So it's going to be the place that you want to be and where you want your clients to be, because they're going to get results. They're going to feel the excitement. They're going to feel like a part of the community at the next level with Autumn. And it's going to be so, so good. So you want to make sure that you are inviting to this. And we are even putting it back a whole nother week and not starting until the 10th of April, so that you have more time to get people in there doing this with us. So what does that mean? If you don't have boards, you really want to go and check out download boards and check it out. I posted the boards in our group. I'll repost again after this call, but there are scripts in there for inviting current clients, a follow-up to people that you've already invited and now you're excited about this new program, and then brand new invites to the program. Every day you should take 10 to 20 minutes and just crank out invites on this program. Everything is there set for you. I do not have specific 21-day fix graphics. I don't know if you have those, Amanda, or if they drop them in your mastermind pod or not, but I haven't gotten any. So I would say just use the regular body graphics for it. I did go live and kind of tell you how you have access, but you have, people keep asking this over and over again. You have to have body to have access to that super block. And not only do you have to have body, but to get access to it, you have to either pay $29 to open the unlock, or it's free if you have 90 PV. 90 PV is Shakeology, it's the performance line, it's Go and Glow, or it's everything added up. It comes to $115. If you want to add a bunch of products on HD, it has to be $115 for it to be 90 PV. Okay, so that's what you want to share with your current customers. And there's literally, I think, a graphic in there on how to upgrade from BOD to body. Okay, so that's in there in the boards as well. Our group is starting on the 10th. And I think that's it, because we're going to be in Mexico. I think Amanda wants to start on the 3rd. So if your people want to start on the 3rd, they can start on the 3rd. If they want to start with us afterwards on the 10th, I'm starting on the 10th, then they can start with us then too. What else? And I think that's everything. But the biggest thing, you guys, is that you want to invite, you want to jump on this wave of momentum for this. We're going to all be sharing our 21-day results, and you want to talk about it. I was on the call with Erin Hopkins last week, and she said, when I'm launching a program, I am talking about it in my stories every single day. I have not done that, but I'm going to start tomorrow. But like, talk about it. It's so exciting, whether you're talking about it or you're sharing a post. Like maybe tonight I'm going to share my first 21-day fixed results, but start talking about it. There's tons of stories in the boards. Share the stories every single day, and just keep it front and center. Repetition is recognition. How many times a day do you see a McDonald's sign? Do you know the average person sees a McDonald's sign 11 times a day? 11 times a day, and you don't even know that, but it's because it's in your face all the time. I'm watching, we have a friend named Deborah who used to be a coach, and she's posting in her stories every day this liquid youth stuff that she drinks for her skin. And every day she posts about it, every fucking day. And I never get tired of it. And I'm always like, I really want that shit. You know, like I really want it. I'm like, I almost messaged her today and I'm like, is that really work? So like people aren't going to get bored. The more you talk about it, the more curious they're going to get about it. And they're going to want to ask you about it. But it's like our ego that tells us, oh my God, you're talking about it too much. Don't talk about it anymore. They don't want to see your picture anymore. Stop posting your picture. Like, don't listen to that voice in your head. Keep going forward. Keep sharing. Okay, because people want to know what you have to offer, and the more you talk about it, that's the energy that you're bringing in. Okay, and that's all I got. Did it cover everything?
Yeah, I think one thing I'll add, and this kind of goes into third-party tools, so it'll be great, is they've been doing like reels on the body Instagram. They've been doing like, what's the difference between the old 21 Day Fix and this one? And so like I've been sharing like that reel, and like today I think there was one of like, what equipment do you need? And it's Autumn doing a reel about what equipment you need. So like those are other things that you can share to your stories daily, you know, like share a different something every day, like giving them different information about the program coming up too.
Oh, that's exciting.
And
My mastermind group is also doing a challenge. I don't know if your guys's are.
oh,
They put us all into a pod and they're giving us all these things to do every day. And then they want us to run them with our downlines. So as they give us like these little challenges, I'm going to share the challenges with you guys to do as
fun.
well. And they're like posting challenges and story challenges, and they're doing them for prizes and stuff. But yeah, like try and do something every day in relation to the program coming up. So. And then we can go over the inviting challenge at the end or now.
Can I ask a stupid question? What does OG mean?
Original gangster.
OHGEE, or is it like?
I don't, what does OG, does it stand for something?
Original
gangster.
OG, original gangster, is it?
Yeah.
Original gangster. It's the OG, the first one.
That's funny.
Oh my God, you
now
guys.
your life is complete, Melissa.
Oh my God.
So not
I'm dying right now.
I want to say something before you move on to the inviting challenge, which with the wake up call from last week, she said something about making a list of like 60 reasons or 20 reasons. I forget however many numbers she said, maybe it was 20, of why you're a body partner. And that if you're trying to enroll coaches and expand your business with affiliates or ambassadors, whatever and partners, then you want to talk about it every single day. And what you're saying is the exact same thing. And it's like that, what I always say when I drive to Michigan and I see that damn chocolate factory sign like 6 times within 2 miles. And it's like in that 2 miles, I'm like, am I going? Am I turning? No, I'm staying, you know, like it chips away over and over. And so it would be a really great thing if you guys I'm all about journaling and like all that, right? So like journal tonight or in the morning when you have some quiet time and just like do a brain dump of all the reasons why you're excited about the 21 Day Fix. Maybe your experience from the past, things you've heard about it, things you're excited about it now, why you're loving the body block, like as many reasons as you can. And on another piece of paper or on the other side, split it down the middle. On the other side, all the reasons why you're a body partner and why you love the community and whatever. And then right there, every day you can say, okay, what do I want to share in my stories today about this? Great. I'm going to do that in a post. I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to, it just helps. And that's something that I'm really trying to work on too. Because it's true that what you talk about is what you sell. Because my spiritual life coaching business, I'm constantly having conversations with others and constantly enrolling people in that business because I do a lot of reels that talk about spiritual healing and whatever. I talk about it in some way, shape, or form every single day. Not because it's for my business, that's just who I am, but because I have a business that's linked to it. What I talk about, people want to know about. People ask me more about that than this. So it's like, all I need to do, and this is like a message to myself, I just get so exhausted. Can anybody relate to that? I get so exhausted that some days I'm just like, I just can't do it. Talk about it today, but I can. I just have to find that intentionality and that little, have it in front of me of like, okay, today I want to talk about body in this way real quick. I'm going to do a reel about that, or I'm going to do a story about that. And like, if you can talk about those things every day and you literally stick to it, I want you, like, could you challenge yourself to do it for 30 days? And then could you challenge yourself to do it for 60? And if yes, could you challenge yourself to do it for 90? And then tell me what the hell is going on in your business after 90 days, because this business, what you're seeing in your business now is really from a majority of the work that you did 3 months ago. That's how this type of business works. So I think there's like challenges all around, but I think it's like not a challenge. It's also super simple. Isn't it funny how like the simplest things that we need to do are sometimes the hardest? Right. And it's like, I just got to do that. So get really clear in your journaling and in your mind, and like make those 2 lists, and then just say like in the habit bet, every day I'm just checking these off, and I'm going to, in some way, shape, or form, it doesn't have to be of any huge magnitude. It can just be a quick share that day, a quick post with whatever. Right. And I do want to also say that I use Deborah's liquid hyaluronic acid that you ingest, and I have seen less redness in my face. I can't say that I've seen any change in like wrinkles or anti-aging because I do other things for that. So I wouldn't know, because I think it might be minimal. My biggest thing that I have noticed from it, Kate, is the hydration. Like my skin used to be dull and like more dry and like pigmented, like red, or maybe not a lot, but just a little, where now like it's just hydrated from the inside out. I do love it. I've been using it for like a year. I really like
wow, you've been using it a long time. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but Lindsay, you always share your shake in your stories, and I never get sick of her sharing her shake in her stories. So just remember that, because I do think we get in our heads like, oh, I shared that already. Like people are sick of seeing that, or I need to change it up. But you can share it in different ways. But people like that.
Sometimes you think that people don't even notice what you're sharing every day. You guys, I used to do my cards in my stories every day. And after a while, I just got sick of like doing it, saving it, posting it on my other platform, because I share it a couple places that I still was doing the cards in my morning routine. I just didn't share them for a while. I can't tell you how many people were like, we missed the cards. I'm like, nobody ever told me they loved the cards. Like people like what they see. You know what they like? They like to see that you're consistent, whether it's your shake, whether it's whatever the way it is that you share. Consistency speaks volumes to who you are and who they would want to join when they're ready, more than whatever it is that you're actually saying in each individual thing. You know what I mean? Like when they're ready, they're going to be like, oh, she shares this every day. Like that consistency is what that inspires me, or whatever. Right. So, and it's that chipping away. I agree.
For sure. And if like you share your energizing your stories every day, like I always add energize to my clients' carts. They watch my stories and I say, if you watch my stories, you know, I drink this every single day, and I want you to have the same powerful routine that I have and that has helped me get results. So I added this to your cart, and everyone always gets it.
Mm-hmm.
So
love it. Did you want to talk about the inviting challenge quick, or
yes.
at the
let's wait to the end. You do third party tools, and then we'll wait to the end.
All right, perfect. Okay. So then we will just kind of move in. I don't have slides. I originally was going to have slides for this. This was right before our month of sickness and I didn't do the slides. But I have everything written down. So this was a call I was originally going to do for the United Coach collaboration. Christina wanted something that was about third-party tools and really helping people to understand how to easily use them. What situations would we use them in? How would we word it? How would we share? And where did that just go? Third-party tools and inviting, I believe, is what I named it. But anyway, so you guys, some of this might be similar to what I said on our previous call where we were talking about conversations, because at the end of the day, inviting, third-party tools, conversation, it's all conversating. It's all human interaction. It's all sharing what you love in whatever way feels more comfortable to you. Right. And whatever feels best for you. So as partners, you guys hear me say this all the time. We are here to share in 3 ways. We are here to share with excitement. We're here to share with enthusiasm and with energy. If you're not sharing with excitement, enthusiasm, and energy, your consistency will be attractive to people, but it's not going to be as loud and as gravitating and as magnetic as if you're sharing your excitement, your energy, and your enthusiasm about what it is that we do and how you feel and everything like that, right? So in that transfer, we find solutions that we have and can offer them to help elevate other people's lives. Right? So we are sharing all of this. We're having conversations. We are then helping people find solutions that help elevate their life. When people are attracted to what we're sharing because we're excited, enthusiastic, and have great energy, it's because they are looking for an elevation in their life in some way, shape, or form. Your job is to find out, where do you want to see that? Where can we elevate your life? Where can you feel more? Where are you feeling in your life that if you could, every time I sit at my desk, the hall light flashes and it never does it any other time anywhere else in the house, just when I'm sitting right here. Okay. Sorry. That was a squirrel moment, but it really happens when I'm sitting here. Okay. So, where can I, like, a lot of times when people are like, I want to hear what it is about the boot camp. I'm like, oh, I can tell you about the boot camp and it's going to be great. I give them a couple blurbs, right? I'm like, but the main thing about this is that it is elevated in my life, such a sense of purpose, community, consistency, accountability, belief that I'm not going to give up on myself, and like such a solid group of people that I know have my back no matter what. And it's just really like giving me so much more love and positivity in my life. I like to share with people how it's elevated my life. And then I'll ask them, is there a place in your life that you're trying to get some sort of, elevation? You're trying to expansion. Is there a place, like, what would that be in? Is it, if it's in your health, what is it that you're looking for? Where does it feel dull that you would like to breathe some life in? Because a lot of times people are like, I just feel tired all the time. I want to move. I want to feel good. And they're going to tell you the answers on how they can elevate their life. Now, is that a huge, if I were to say what kind of tip that is right now, it's more of I'm not going to say that it's not a sales thing. Okay. But we are in sales, but you guys, when you can have a conversation, feel high vibration, not just information overload, but like a transfer of your elevation, and you allow them to feel that. Like when we're talking on the team call and we're talking like this, if I'm talking like this, you're going to get the information and the information is going to be helpful, but you're probably not very excited right now. And so you're going to get about half of what I say and you're like, but when I'm talking like this and I'm getting excited, sometimes I get real close and maybe I'm going to drop the F-bomb. You're a little bit more like, you're like, oh, she's excited. Like my energy is transferable to you. When you guys are talking to people, if your invites and your conversations are falling flat, one thing that you want to look at right away is, what type of energy am I transferring to them? What type of belief am I transferring to them? How can I elevate my vibration more in these conversations? Maybe it's doing voice clips so people can actually hear you opposed to typing it out, right? Or maybe it's a verbiage change. But how can you do that? Because if they can pick that up in your excitement, then 50% of your excitement goes to them. They will match 50% of the energy you put out. Okay. So there are so many solutions that we have. We obviously know that. It's important to remember that you are the fire starter, but not the giver of all the details. Your job, I want to say your purpose, oh my gosh, what do I want to say? There's a word that I'm missing here, but it's not job. I don't want to use that, but I'm going to just use it because I can't think of the other word. Your job in this, you guys, in this game, in this excitement where we get to help other people feel the best and like thank you. Your role. Look at Cheryl. Look at you on fire over there with those hard words. Thank you. Your role. Yes. Your role in this is to start the fire. Start the fire of belief where other people have had that light go out for a while now. They don't even believe that they can lose the weight anymore. They don't even believe they can get in their smaller jeans anymore. They don't even believe that they can say no to a piece of pizza anymore. They don't even believe that anything they do is going to make a difference because they hit 40 and things started changing because X, Y, and Z, right? They don't believe it. Your job is to be the fire starter. And so often in any sales position, network marketing position, affiliate position, we think we're the information givers. And that's where we fall short. We lose them when we give them all of the details. We are not the giver of all the details. We're the fire starter and then the guidance to the details. If you are telling people what everything is and you are giving them facts, then you're just telling them. If you're sharing your excitement, your enthusiasm, your energy, small story, then you're going to sell them. You're going to get them to a third-party tool. The third-party tool is going to do the work. So you're the fire starter and then the guider to the water where the horse can drink, right? But you're not spoon feeding the water to the horse. You're not trying to do that, right? So with the third-party tools, these are key to getting the information comfortably to others. Comfortably to others because one, they can watch it at their own convenience. They can see a visual. They can give it all of their attention and pay attention. And they know this is what I have to do. And then I'm following back up with them or they're following up with me in a couple days. So comfortable for them because of that, right? Comfortable. And it seems a little bit more formal, professional, like, okay, I'll watch this. And it just breaks up the conversation a little bit, but also comfortable for you because even when we are full of energy and excitement, when we are really wanting to get our point across, even when we have the best intentions, we, especially me, can have a tendency to word vomit, to give too much information, to lose them because we start wanting to go. And before you know it, you are answering questions that were never asked. And if you're answering questions that were never asked, you're losing them. We should be answering the questions they're asking. Other than that, you're telling them you're like, oh, I love it because of this. 2 sentences, you're transferring energy, excitement, and you're getting them to the information. Right? So you're starting the fire, you're getting them to the information, you're answering questions that are asked, you're not answering questions that are not asked. So sometimes when you are giving people information, the good thing about a third-party tool is that it is precisely put together the way it is to give the information and excitement in a formula that makes sense. It's easy, it's to the point, it's what people need to know with some excitement, and it's easy to share, right? All the points are covered, nothing's going to be forgotten. When we try to do that instead, and we replace a third-party tool in our conversation and we become the information giver, then often we start just saying more than we even need to. Like one thing about ingredients will lead to, something else and then price. And then before you know it, you're answering questions that were never asked. And when you do that, you're losing control of the conversation. So you want to get them to the information where they will comfortably receive it. it's being given. You can take the pressure off of having to be that deliverer, and they don't have the fear of, or you don't have the fear of saying too much or saying too little. It provides energy throughout the video. It provides social proof. A lot of times we want to be the person to give the information because if we have the knowledge, maybe they'll trust us more. If I'm the person who's delivering this information, maybe they'll trust us more. But a lot of people, when they see that other people are interested in commenting on a post, when they see that other people are loving on your reel, when they see that you send a third-party tool of yourself and other people or other people that are talking about this, it's social proof that it's real outside of just you. It actually increases the trust to have a third-party tool and that social proof. It increases the trust in it as a whole, opposed to increasing the trust because you know what you're talking about with all this information, right? Does that make sense? So it provides just the right amount of information with the ability for them to then follow up with you comfortably and ask the questions that then they want answered. Right? So you are the person who's starting the fire, sharing excitement, guiding them to where they can get information, and then answering the questions that they want answered, which means for you in this conversation, a high level of comfortability because you are excited, guiding them to where they can get information and answering the questions. There's nothing daunting or uncomfortable or not a lot of pressure on you. Doesn't that kind of, oh, good night, Christy. Doesn't that kind of release the pressure of the conversation when you know that you are the fun deliverer? You're the party planner, right? That's what your job is here. So, the types of third-party tools are your own stories and posts, number one. Number one, a third-party tool is your own story or post. My favorite way to invite people, and really the only way I feel comfortable, is by making a post or a story or a reel about what I'm going to be inviting to, and then going and inviting to it. Hey, I just wanted to say, hey, like whatever, however I'm starting my conversation with them, whether I'm connecting off of a story or off of a post or just because they popped in my mind or I saw their name, whatever it is. I'm looking for some people to join me. I'm really excited about this thing that we're doing in April. I don't know if you've heard of the 21-day fix, but we're relaunching it. It's going to be so much fun, some brand new things. And I'm looking for some people to link arms with. Did you happen to see my posts that I posted earlier? I'd love to talk to you about it. So if they say no, your third-party tool can be inviting them to go look at the post you've wrote that you've strategically already put the information there that you would want people to see, or the story, right? So you can use your story. You can use your story and you can use your posts as your own third-party tools. Number one. Number two, informative images or flyers. So, or like promotional images or whatever. Kate, you guys have used a ton of these for so long. We have them where it's showing the difference between a coach and or a partner and a customer, or a partner and ambassador, or whatever that, whatever it is. So using an informative flyer or image is also a third-party tool. So a third-party tool is not always a video or a recording or a webinar. It can also be as simple as your own post, your own story, Kate's post that was awesome, that you were like, oh my gosh, my coach is so cool, and listen, go look at this, and you should join us. I'm host, whatever that is. It can be something else too. Showing people other people's posts and sharing, like Amanda's doing with the body Instagram stories, is showing people social proof. Not only is she showing them information of what's coming up and getting them excited, it's more social proof that other people are excited, which can create FOMO, which can get people to want to more information, right? So doing that and sharing flyers, images, things like that. Number three, YouTube videos, open houses, launch videos, back office videos, the recording they've done. All of those are third-party tools as well. So I recommend having in your boards or note section, if you don't use boards, a board that has your favorite video, whether it's an open house or the one in the back office that they've done, on what a team Beachbody or what a body partner is, what's the best third party tool, video, YouTube, open house, is it whatever, what's your favorite one, and have it accessible so that when people ask for more information about what it is or what it includes, you have that tool, third party tool, ready to share, as well as your favorite that describes about your boot camp. One of the best third-party tools I had years ago, and I'm actually going to be remaking it because it doesn't apply anymore, so I haven't used it and I haven't remade it in a while, and now I'm ready to, is a video of myself describing what it is like to join the community and be a part of the boot camp. It was 3 minutes long. It shared what you got when you joined, showed a little bit, shared the screen, showed a little bit about what it looked like inside, showed a little bit about Beachbody On Demand then and the options, and then that there's different ways that they can join. When you're done watching this video, follow up with me. Let me know on a scale of 1 to 10 where you're at, and we'll go from there, or what questions I can answer, right? And then obviously I'm going to follow up with them too. But a third-party tool of your favorite way to describe a boot camp or what that is, whether it's an open house or a short video of yourself. I find short videos of myself sometimes are really powerful to just get the same information to people, but they can see me, they can hear me, and it takes a couple minutes, and then you can use it for the launch. You can use it for whatever that is as well. Number 4 are info and sales pages. So we now know that we have all these sales pages that Christina has done, Amanda's done a few, and we now know that they're in Body, the Body Team Beachbody page as well. In our coach office, we have the sales pages as well. So when you're talking to someone else, this is where GEMS comes into play really well, because when you're talking to someone, you can pretty much by looking at them in their pictures and within the first few messages back and forth, I can typically nail down if someone is an emerald, if someone is a sapphire, if someone is maybe a ruby based on what they say, and if someone is a pearl. I can pretty much nail that down on somebody pretty quickly. And I know that if someone is an emerald, they're probably going to love the idea of the sales page where they can read it and see it visually like that a little bit more than a video. So I will ask people that I know, like most of the time I'm just sending the link, but some people I'm like, hey, it seems like, are you somebody that might like to like see a visual opposed to a video and you can read about it? What's your preference? I have both. Sometimes they want to see both, but the info and sales pages come in handy. Number 5 would be a testimonial. I actually think it would be super powerful for like a lot of us coaches that are willing to do it in under a couple minutes to have like a section in our team page where we can even say like, like for me, for instance, this might be a little bit much, but I share all the time on my social media, and it's very out there that I've struggled with disordered eating for many, many years. And so when I've had other coaches say, hey, I have someone who's struggling with disordered eating and they want to join, but they're nervous about this. Would you mind doing a 3-way conversation with us? I told them about your story. Absolutely, I would. But how powerful would it be to have also like a 2-minute little testimonial from me on that topic as well? And in the team page, it can say Lindsay and say what it is. And Kate can, struggling with this and whatever. So testimonials are huge too. Sometimes I'll have people go to the open houses and I'll tell them to go all the way to minute 28 where Andrea starts sharing her story, because I know they're going to relate to her based on what I've heard her say in her testimonial and what they're telling me. And I'm like, listen, just go listen to this, girl. That's all you need to listen to that video. And then we'll go from there. But you got to hear what she says. You're going to love it. Right? So testimonials are powerful as well. And then number 6 is the last one, is 3-way calls. One way that you can have an amazing third-party tool, especially as a newer coach, or like what I just said, that them getting me on a phone conversation or in a message thread because I have a testimonial that would speak to this person is a third-party tool. It's outside of them. It's social proof. Someone else is giving the information. It's my story, so I can't fuck it up, right? They're going to relate to it because they're struggling with the same things. And I'm a third-party tool in that way. Or my coach, Christina, I could ask her. Or as a new coach, that we do that all the time with us, mentoring them, like I'm going to put you in a 3-way message with my coach who can then help you and answer questions. I want to make sure you get everything that you need, right? So we're a third-party tool for the customer. We're also a third-party tool in a coaching way for the new coach, right? Because we're helping them as well. So when to use them, you can use them to invite to, like I said, with the post, or you can use them to explain the details that you've already invited to. So a lot of times I think that we think a third-party tool explains what we've already invited to, but like I said, you can use third-party tools to invite to as well. One of my I will be honest with you, when I invite people to the open house, about 5% of who I invite that say will come. When I invite the day after the open house and I'm like, oh my gosh, I did this call last night. It's super powerful. The testimonials were crazy. We still have a giveaway going on. The information and inspiration alone was just on fire. And I am just trying to spread it to as many people today because I just have it on my heart that I just want to expand and share this with as many as I can. If I send you the link, would you watch it and tell me if it lights you up as much as it lights me up? When I invite the next day to something that already happened, when I invite to a third-party tool, opposed to use the third-party tool to answer their questions and I've already invited them, right? So I invite to it at the same time. My turnout that they're going to watch it is probably 98%. It's a huge difference. And what do you think the difference is? One, in the beginning, when I'm inviting to the open house and it hasn't happened yet, I'm inviting to it. I'm telling them the information it's going to give, right? And I can be excited and all of that, but like there's a difference in my delivery when it's already happened and I'm so excited about what happened and I can talk about it at a higher vibration with more excitement and enthusiasm than before. Sometimes it's just human nature, I think, when we're inviting to something and we're telling everyone how wonderful and great it's going to be. Sometimes you'll, well, is it going to be that great? Are you just doing this because this is your job? Are you just talking about it like that, Deborah, every day because you're trying to sell it? Are you just, right? But when you're excited because of the results you've got or because of what you saw, you've been there, done that, it's a whole different ballgame. That's why then and now photos are important. That's why testimonials are important. That's why, for me, sharing to something that a third-party tool as an open house that just happened the night before, it's the next day for me, is key. The next day or two after is key for me. So you can invite them to or explain or invite them to it after you've already invited them. Okay, so inviting to each of these would look like this. And I'm going to actually pull this up. Let me see. I might need to ask for permission to share. Yay. You are sharing your screen. Okay. So inviting it to each of these would look like inviting to your own stories and posts. Hey, Sarah, I just saw you watched my stories today, and I wanted to ask if you saw the part where I was sharing about the awesome opportunity I have coming up. I'd love to hear if you're interested in hearing more. I'm looking for some like-minded mamas to link arms with. Did you happen to see it? So inviting to your own posts and stories and using an informative image and flyer or flyer. After Sarah says she's interested in more information. Awesome. I'm so excited to share it with you. I have a flyer that breaks down that information for you. I'll send it to you and then we can answer questions from there. Does that sound good? Notice how everything that I'm doing, nowhere am I saying, let me know. Everything is ending with a question and requiring an answer, because I'll be the first one to tell you, I don't like small talk. I'm not a small talker. So if people tell me stuff, especially on social media, and I'm just going through my messages and I don't think that it requires an answer, then I won't answer sometimes. And it's not because I'm being rude or ignoring them. I read it and it doesn't require an answer. Right? It just doesn't. So when there's a question, it just takes that that chance that that's going to happen, where then you have to follow up because nobody said anything, out of it. So did you happen to see it? Does that sound good? A YouTube video or open house, launch videos, back office videos, recording, or live, to invite to the live after Sarah says she's interested in more information. Awesome. I'm so excited to share with you. I have an event coming up Wednesday. Obviously, I didn't proofread any of this. Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. It'll be about 30 minutes, and it breaks down all the information as well as shares some stories, motivation, and inspiration with a giveaway. If I send the link, would you be able to register and join us? To invite and send a recording after Sarah says she's interested in more information. Awesome. I am so excited to share with you. Realize how I'm starting everything as well. Awesome. I am so excited to share with you. Right? That, instead of just, okay, here's the link, let me know. The excitement, sandwiching it in with the excitement and those questions really help to move the conversation positively as well. Awesome. I am so excited to share with you. I have a recording from an event we had that is so good. That is so, so good. Okay, that's why I said have, because now I'm going to have to change that to was. I'm going to stop trying to fix it right now, and I'll fix it later. Just know that I'm aware of what's going on in this situation. Okay. I have a recording from an event that we had, and it is so, so good. It's about 30 minutes, and it breaks down all the information as well as shares some stories, motivation, and inspiration. If I send you the link, would you watch it? And then I can answer questions from there. Info sales pages. After Sarah says she's interested in more information, or if she reaches out just asking you about information on a product that you've shared, say, yay, I am so excited to share with you. I have a link I can share with you that I have a link. There's a lot of shares in this sentence. My goodness. I have a link I can share with you that gives all the information you will learn about. It will tell you what it is, to what's in it, how it works, and why, etc. If I send the link, would you take a look, and then I can answer questions from there? That would be perfect. Testimonials. After Sarah says she's interested in more information, or if she reaches out asking about information on a product that you've shared. Yes, I can definitely share some experiences with you. A lot of times, like with Kate just now, she's like, I almost reached out to Deborah because I'm like, does it work? So I just shared a testimonial, which is an honest one, right? Sometimes we just want to know other people's experiences. I'm going through a time right now, and I'll just be very blunt with everybody. On top of the 3 weeks of sickness and on top of my grandmother passing, Rob and I have decided to officially solidify the divorce. And right now I have great friends, and I have a great circle of friends and people I can talk to, but I'm starting therapy again with the woman that I used to go to therapy with, because she works with individuals and relationships problems and people with trauma and divorce and things like that. Do you want to know why I'm starting again? Because I want to tell her my story, and I want her to tell me other people's stories so that I can relate to them, because I need to know that I'm not alone on that stuff. I need testimonials. I need to know, like, I'm in this space of moving from denial to acceptance, and I need relatability. Not just my friends who are wonderful telling me I'm doing great and I'm going to be okay and listening to me. I need that, but I need someone who can say, listen, I had somebody that went through this one time and they felt the same way as you. How you're feeling is okay. And you know what? This is what they did, and this is how they feel now, and this is what it brought to them. Testimonials are huge, right? So yes, I can definitely share some experiences with you. For me, I know that before I started using it, I was feeling blank. Now that I've been using it, I'm feeling blank, and I'm so happy about it. So how simple was my story just there? I didn't go on for 5 minutes about anything, and it was powerful, right? For me, I just know that before I started using Energize for my workouts, I was super unmotivated, and I felt bored in my workouts. Now that I've been using it, I'm excited to drink it and work out every day. I'm motivated, and my workouts are energetic, and I'm so happy about it. What is it that you are what is it that you are thinking something like this could do for you? I know some others that have had some experiences I could share also, and it might show you what it could do for you. Let me know what it is you're looking for in a product like this, and I will send you some testimonials that you will relate to. Does that sound good? Right? People that are nervous about intermittent fasting, not that that's a product we sell, but I'm huge on intermittent fasting. A lot of times disordered eating individuals and intermittent fasting is a trigger. To be honest with you, when I started intermittent fasting, it was a trigger, but over time I've found that it's become my power and I actually love it. And it's transformed my body in great ways with our products. If I can share that with other people, right? Those testimonies are powerful. Three-way calls after Sarah says she's interested in more information or if she reaches out asking about info on a product that you've shared. Awesome. I am so excited to share with you. Do you mind if I put you in a three-way chat or schedule a three-way call with my friend and mentor, Christina? I want to make sure that you get your questions answered, and I can also learn in how she shares as well. Does that sound okay? Which one would you prefer? Third-party tools take the pressure off of us, and it allows us to move more organically and confidently through the conversation. Because when you can release the pressure of having to know it, of having to deliver it, of having to have a certain amount of energy in your day when you're finally in your inbox and you've already been the chef and the maid and the mom and the play buddy and all of these things, you've already been all of these things all day, and now you have to like show up to this energetically with all this information. When you can take that pressure off and you know that you can share excitement, you can be honest and organic about your answer because it's true, because you're living it, and you can give them, and you know what tool, it's already in your boards, you know exactly what you'll use for either one, you know what you're inviting to, and you can just share it. Takes the pressure off of having to know so much and having to be so much. Your confidence goes up. And on the last call we had about conversations, when your confidence goes up, everything changes, right? So it takes the pressure off of us and allows us to move more organically and confidently, which will improve our results all around. So review of the 4 vital behaviors was what I was going to do last on the call with Christina's. So I'll just review them now too. But before I do that, I'll just stop and see, does anybody have any questions, comments about what we've kind of talked about so far? No? Do you feel like third-party tools are something you already use quite often? Or is this something you can kind of utilize more? Yeah. Okay, I hope it was helpful. So we'll just review the 4 vital behaviors really quick, just because those are so important as well. And then we'll see if anybody has anything else that they wanted to kind of chat about. But you guys, third-party tools just change everything. It's just so easy, and it gives you those touch points. And once you do it too, it's like after all the things I just said, once Sarah, because she's in all those situations. Once she says, yes, does that sound good? Yes. Can I send you that? Yes. Right? Once she says that, then I'm excited. Awesome. I'm going to grab the link right now. And then if it's okay with you, I'll check in on you tomorrow and see what questions you had. If I check in on you tomorrow, does that give you enough time to watch it? Does that give you enough time? So you're then sending them the link, or scheduling the third-party tool, or tagging them in the post, or sending them the post or the story. And then you are saying, I'm going to follow up with you at this point. A lot of times, if they're really into it, they're going to message you and be like, oh my gosh, I just watched it and I loved it, before you even have to follow up. But if not, they know, okay, I'm being followed up with tomorrow at this time. Therefore, I will have watched it by then. Or sometimes I'll say, if I follow up with you on this day, would you have watched it by then? And they say, you know what? I have a crazy day tomorrow of work. Can you follow up with me in 2 days? It alleviates the opportunity that when I follow up with them tomorrow, because I didn't ask, if I didn't tell them when I was going to follow up, it alleviates the opportunity the chance that they have to disappoint me and let me down. Because a lot of times people don't answer your things because they don't want to disappoint you. Hey, I was just checking and seeing, did you watch the video? What did you like best about it? and they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't watch it. I'm just going to leave this message thread and I'm not going to say anything, or whatever people do. So always saying when you're going to follow back up. And then when you follow up, exactly like I just said, your job, you guys, is your role. Thank you, Cheryl, is to keep the conversation exciting, light, not information overload, and powerful in a higher vibration, meaning excitement, joy, right? All of the hope, belief, all of that. So when you are following up, you're not going to say, hey, did you watch the video? What did you think? Because as a human, as somebody, let's say you walk in and you go try on a pair of jeans somewhere or a dress. When you look in the mirror, what is the first thing you're looking for? The things you don't like about it. Right? You're like, okay, is these it? What don't I like? So if you go into a conversation and you ask, what did you think? They're going to tell you what they didn't like about the jeans. And then you're going to be digging yourself out of the conversation, when if you just said, what did you like best? You're starting on the top. You're starting in a higher vibration. So what did you like best? They can tell you, you can, yes, I actually love that too. That's one of my favorite things. I love that that stuck out to you. Okay, then you just go ahead and take this. You guys take control of this conversation. You have to ask for the sale. Because if you don't, they're just going to stop. They're not going to ask necessarily what's next. You are in control of this, right? So they say, oh, I actually loved this about it. I think that would be a huge deal or great thing for me, whatever. Yes. Oh my gosh, I love that part too. Right? And then you say, awesome. So right then you take it right there. You ask for the sale on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not at all, 10 being you're ready right now. What number are you in wanting to start and why? It gives them the opportunity to say 10, let's go. Or 9, I need to talk to my husband about the price. Or 7, because I'm just not sure if I'll follow through. I bought DVDs in the past and they've just been sitting there collecting dust. And then I can say, I have a whole bin full of dust CDs. That's okay, right? But it gives us the opportunity to then go back through. Now we're in the objection space, which that's a whole other call and topic. But so you are staying in control of that conversation, right? So with the last part here, and the 4 vital behaviors, these 4 vital behaviors, you guys, are all just part of helping you have more excitement, enthusiasm, energy, and confidence. Number 1, you're being proof that the products work. You're using them, you're showing them some way, shape, or form, like Kate said, every day on your social media. You are showing how you use them. You are showing transformation photos and testimonials. You are your walking billboard. Okay. Number 2, you are connecting, inviting, and following up with people daily, whether it's 1 person a day. If you have a goal of 1 person a day, that's 365 people a year. It's a whole lot more if you make the goal of 10 a day, then you don't have time for all 10, so you don't do any at all. And by the end of the week, you've done 3. Has anybody done that before? I've done that before. Sometimes we can get in our way. So make a goal. I want to connect with 2, invite 2, and follow up with 2 a day. What are your goals? That's going to tell you the number. What are your goals and how quick do you want to be there? Right? Is it 5, 5, 5? Is it 10, 10, 10? How much time do you honestly have to keep up with the conversations you're having in a space that feels good for you? So connect, invite, and follow up. How to get to using the third-party tools comes from your connection on social media. All of this that we learned today is wonderful, but if you're not connecting and, like Kate said, inviting, then all this information is nothing. And we didn't even need it, right? So inviting off your posts, your stories, your reels, going through your friends and inviting, and then following up with them after inviting and throughout the process. Just checking in. You guys have heard Jamie, who said, Amanda just continued to check up on her time and time again. And that was what was the biggest thing for her. It was like, oh my gosh, she's not giving up on me. And maybe now's the time, right? Number 3, get people results. Check on them. Create a system that you know you are connected, but also that you're not available 24/7. You teach people what to expect from you. Expect consistency, expect support, but have the boundaries that also give you your time with your family and the downtime you need as well. I only say that from experience where I used to be available way all the time. Then I was like, overload, and I was hardly available. And now it's like finding that balance, right? And then help point them to the tools where they know if you're not available at that time, they have this pod that has other coaches in it that they can ask questions in. They have this, they can access this, right? Or Kate the other day, if this has to do with like someone that's a coach or whatever. Hey guys, I'm disconnecting from social media, but if there's something you absolutely need, shoot me a text. It's just communication, simple communication. And number 4, do your personal development. You're only as strong as your mindset, and your mindset is everything when it comes to this business, because you are your walking billboard, you are your talking billboard. And only you can work your business. Only you can share on social media authentically. Only you can attract people with your vibration and your energy and your story and your truth. So really make sure that you are keeping that strong as well, so that you can confidently do that. That is what we have today. Look at that, 8:59. Boop, boop. Does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns? No, and I can share this document once I look it over, okay, and make some adjustments. I can share it in the files in the team page too. So then all those examples of invites and stuff are there. Okay.
Thanks, Lawrence.
I thought that was so good. I like your ideas of the video where you talk about your excitement about the challenge group. I'm going to do that. And then I like your ideas about people talking about different things. We should totally do that.
Yeah, and have almost like categories of like, okay, what is your story on? Cool. And then we can have those to access easily in a board.
Yeah.
Yes, board. And people can upload them to YouTube, and we just have all the links there and the names of what the problem is.
Like Natasha, she hates working out, and her goal is to work out 2 to 3 times a week. 4 is a lot for her. And she's like, body was never for her, because she thought it was like this, like, we got to do this and this. So she has a great testimony of that. You know, we all have such a testimony of something that's specific. So I love it.
No, that's awesome. I love it. Okay, so should we go over the inviting challenge?
Yeah.
Okay, so to end the month strong, there's still 1 week and 2 days left for the month. So all is not lost. If you're not on the board, you can still totally rock it and rock out your invites and get on the board. And one challenge that we have that really helps that is called a Go for No challenge. And so you really are going for a no, because no's turn into maybes and turn into yeses, and no is usually not right now. And so I'm going to drop a sheet in under the recording, I think in the comments of this recording, with a challenge of going for no. So this is brand new invites to people, and you have until the end of the month or the week. How do I do it? End of the month. So you have to the end of the month, and it's 100 no's, and it's to get you out of your comfort zone, focusing, dedicating the time every day to inviting. And if you make the board this month, great. But if you don't, those 100 invites are seeds planted for next month and the following month. And just imagine if you did 100 no's every single month, how many seeds you will have planted and lined up your business. So that's really what this is about. It's about cultivating habits, just like you show up in your fitness, how you show up in your nutrition, how you show up on your social media. It's consistency. So this is to help you build consistency. So that's the whole point. If you complete the challenge, you will be entered in a raffle for a fun prize. We have to figure that out. So, but it'll be a good one. And go ahead.
I was just gonna say, in a normal month, like 100 sounds like a lot, but let's say you action hour 5 days a week, 4 weeks, 20 days out of the month, that's 5 people a day for 5 days, 4 weeks. Like that's 5 people Monday through Friday during the month. So it's not hard at all.
It's not. It really isn't. And if you feel like you don't have people to invite, then this is a really good practice because it means that you're not talking to enough people. So you want to make sure that you're talking to enough people, that you're posting enough on your stories, that you're doing enough reach outs to have the people to invite to. I mean, yeah, did I say that right? Yeah. Okay. So we will post that challenge below. You have until the end of the month, and let's do it. Let's rock this launch. Let's get on the board for the month, and let's complete this challenge.
Woohoo! Perfect. All right, I'm gonna take a boomerang. Do we have did you say you were gonna put do we have a 100 no sheet?
I have one somewhere in my computer, so when she posts the recording, I'll drop it in the thing in the comments. If you have one handy, great, but I think I have one in my on my computer somewhere.
Okay, I think I might have one in my phone favorite.
Okay.
So I think that I'll double check. The kids are home right now, so that's perfect timing. Actually, if I look right now, I have one right here. Yep. I have this one.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, just drop it in there.
Okay, I will okay, I'll put it under the recording. Perfect. All right. Okay, ready? Justina and Cheryl, do you want to join us? Woo, hey, hey. All right, ready? 1, 2,
Get in here.
where is she? I waited a second.
She might be putting.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Yay. Okay. I will post this, and thank you guys so much. I love sharing, and I love this. I love our team calls. I missed them this last few weeks. You don't realize how much you do until you get on them. You know what I mean? Like when you're off for a few weeks and then you're like, oh, here we are. Feels good.
It does. It feels good to connect. Love you.
Love you.
Love you,
Goodbye.
Amanda.
Love you guys.
Love you, Maria.